Hello, quick update. Well, we'll see how quick it is. So I got the P2. I was very excited about it at first. Then as I used it more, I started to not like it as much as I first did when I unboxed it. Just because I was comparing it to the Wave and the Surge. And I kind of had to get the thinking that it's not the Wave, it's not the Surge, it's something totally different. It's the free P2. Anyway, one of the reasons why I got the P2 is because it had the pocket clip. I wanted the pocket clip because that's how I carry. I don't like a sheath. Then I heard Leatherman announced the P4s would be shipping with the pocket clip. So boom, got the P4. I am liking it. And one of my big gripes that I had with the P2 is it's got several hot spots on it that kind of pinch, and not a fan of that part. So here's where it is. On the side of the top of the handle, it's actually, you can see, they used the same scales. But on the P2, the scale here is cut, and they had to cut that out so that they could stamp it in because it's thinner. So they basically bent it and stamped it in there, but that actually creates this little spot here, which is sharp and doesn't feel very good on the hands. At least my hands. I don't know. I've got bigger hands, but I didn't like that. Also, that was kind of weird how the pocket clip is kind of all goofy and crooked, but it's because that scale is basically twisted because it's stamped in there. All that is gone. It's nice and smooth because the scales are flat like they're supposed to be. Pocket clip is centered and nice. It feels really good in the hand now. There's still down here, the edges are kind of sharp on the lock release, but I might even just see if I can sand that down or file it down a little bit. But overall, much more happy with it now. And in fact, I would say comparing this now to like the Wave, I like this better. I really do. There's a couple things that I'm not super wild about still, but I plan on doing a little bit of modification. For example, this wire cutter, I do think I'm going to cut it down so that it is the shape of, if I can find it, the shape of the wire stripper on the Wave, where it's more of that V pattern, so you can get bigger wire in there. Because that, you're obviously going to be able to get pretty much any size wire that I work with anyway, as opposed to that. That's nothing. Quite a difference there. But anyway, I'm not trying to compare it and say one is better than the other and all that. Everybody obviously has their own opinions, but I personally am much more happy with it now. The big difference between the two, which I'm sure everybody knows already, but the P2, you got this combo blade, which I'm not a huge fan of, just me personally, and the saw. So one thing I really like about the P4 is I got a nice straight blade. I still wish it was 154 or S30V or something like that. That would be cool, but whatever, not a huge deal. So I get that, and you still get a serrated blade, and then you get the saw. So, and still have the scissors like the P2. But anyway, that's it. So my short and quick update is still under 5 minutes. Anyway, now the P2 will go back to Leatherman because the P4 has arrived today. And I like it. I like it a lot.